Welcome back, coin enthusiasts and fellow collectors, to another exciting episode, where we dive deep into the world of America's most valuable and sought-after coins. And today we're focusing on something that could literally be sitting in your pocket change right now. The incredibly valuable and surprisingly rare 1998 Washington quarter dollar that has been making waves in the numismatic community and auction houses across the nation. If you've ever wondered if the ordinary-looking quarter from 1998 with a Philadelphia mint mark could make you rich beyond your wildest dreams, then stay tuned, because this video is absolutely packed with real market value insights, auction results, and collector secrets that could transform your understanding of what makes certain Washington quarters worth hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars. Today we're uncovering the hidden treasure that might be hiding in your change jar, your old coin collection, or even in the quarters you use for laundry. Because the 1998 Washington quarter dollar represents one of the most underestimated and potentially valuable coins in modern American numismatics. And by the end of this comprehensive deep dive, you'll know exactly what to look for, how to identify these valuable specimens, and most importantly, how much money you could be holding in your hands right now. Let's get started on this incredible journey into the world of valuable Washington quarters that are making collectors and investors incredibly wealthy. The Washington quarter dollar series represents one of the most iconic and enduring coin designs in American history. First introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth, and what started as a temporary commemorative issue became a permanent fixture of American coinage that continues to this day. The original design was created by sculptor John Flanagan, whose artistic vision captured the dignified profile of America's first president on the obverse, while featuring a majestic eagle with outstretched wings on the reverse, creating a timeless design that has remained largely unchanged for over 9 decades. The 1998 Washington quarter dollar holds a particularly special place in this storied series because it represents a pivotal moment in American coinage history, minted during a period of significant economic growth and technological advancement. In coin production at the Philadelphia Mint, established in 1792 as America's first federal mint, has been the birthplace of countless legendary coins. And the 1998 quarters produced at this historic facility carry with them not just the weight of American monetary history, but also the potential for extraordinary financial value. During 1998, the United States was experiencing unprecedented economic prosperity, and the demand for circulating coinage was at an all-time high, leading the Philadelphia Mint to produce over 896 million Washington quarters that year. Yet despite this seemingly large mintage, certain specimens have proven to be remarkably rare and valuable. The year 1998 marked the final period of the traditional Washington quarter design, before the introduction of the 50-state quarters program in 1999, making the 1998 Washington quarter dollar one of the last examples of the classic design that had served America faithfully for nearly 7 decades. Understanding the historical significance of this particular year and mint mark combination is crucial for collectors and investors who want to identify potentially valuable specimens, because the transition period between traditional designs and new commemorative series often produces coins with unique characteristics and exceptional collector demand. The Philadelphia Mint's production techniques in 1998 were at the cutting edge of coin manufacturing technology, utilizing advanced quality control measures and precision striking equipment that resulted in coins with exceptional detail and clarity. Yet paradoxically, certain errors, varieties, and high-grade specimens from this production run have become some of the most sought-after quarters in the entire Washington series. What makes the 1998 Washington quarter dollar truly special and potentially worth enormous sums of money lies in its unique combination of design elements, production characteristics, and the specific qualities that separate common circulation strikes from the museum-quality specimens that collectors are willing to pay premium prices to acquire. The obverse of this remarkable coin features John Flanagan's iconic profile of George Washington facing left, with the word Liberty arcing gracefully above the president's head. The national motto "In God We Trust" positioned to the left of Washington's neck, and the date 1998 clearly marked at the bottom of the design field. The level of detail achieved in the striking of high-quality 1998 P quarters is absolutely breathtaking, with Washington's hair showing individual strands and curls, his facial features displaying remarkable depth and character, and even the subtle fabric textures of his clothing rendered with museum-quality precision. The reverse design showcases the powerful American eagle with wings spread wide, clutching arrows in its right talon and an olive branch in its left, symbolizing America's commitment to both peace and strength, while the inscriptions "United States of America" and $quarter frame the design, with the Latin motto "E pluribus unum" elegantly positioned above the eagle's head. The striking quality of exceptional 1998 P quarters reveals incredible detail in the eagle's feathers, with each individual plume clearly defined and separated, creating a three-dimensional effect that seems to bring the mighty bird to life right there on the surface of the coin. The mint mark P for Philadelphia is located on the reverse, positioned just to the right of the eagle's tail feathers, and this small letter can make an enormous difference in the coin's value depending on the overall condition and grade of the specimen. Color variations and toning patterns on 1998 P Washington quarters can be absolutely spectacular, ranging from brilliant silver-white surfaces that reflect light like mirrors to coins that have developed beautiful rainbow toning with blues, purples, golds, and reds that create stunning visual displays that collectors find irresistible. The edge of the coin features the traditional reeded design with precisely 119 reeds, and counting these reeds and examining their sharpness can provide valuable clues about the coin's condition and potential value. Premium examples of 1998 P Washington quarters exhibit what numismatists call full head details, meaning that every line and curve of Washington's hair, face, and clothing is struck with complete clarity and definition. And coins displaying these characteristics in perfect uncirculated condition can command prices that would astound most people who think of quarters as merely 25-cent pieces. The rarity and demand factors surrounding 1998 P Washington quarter dollars create a perfect storm of collectability that has driven certain specimens to values that most people would never imagine possible for a coin that was originally worth just 25 cents and could still be found in circulation just over 2 decades ago. While the Philadelphia Mint produced approximately 896,535,597 Washington quarters in 1998, the vast majority of these coins entered immediate circulation, where they were subjected to the wear, damage, and handling that quickly destroys the pristine surfaces and sharp details that collectors prize most highly. The survival rate of uncirculated 1998 P quarters in pristine condition is estimated to be less than 1% of the original mintage, meaning that fewer than 9 million examples likely exist in the mint state condition that serious collectors demand. And when you narrow that down to the highest grades of preservation, the numbers become truly minuscule. Professional coin grading services like PCGS and NGC have certified only a small fraction of the surviving uncirculated 1998 P quarters, and among those that have been graded, the distribution heavily favors lower mint state grades, with exceptional specimens graded MS67 or higher being extraordinarily rare and valuable. The demand for high-grade Washington quarters has exploded in recent years, as more collectors have recognized the incredible artistry and historical significance of this long-running series, and the 1998 P quarters have benefited enormously from This renewed interest because they represent the final year of the traditional design. Before the revolutionary state quarters program began, collectors who specialize in Washington quarters are particularly drawn to 1998 P specimens because they offer the opportunity to own a piece of American coinage history at the end of an era, and the combination of historical significance, exceptional design quality, and genuine scarcity has created a collector market where premium examples can sell for prices that rival some of the most famous rare coins in American numismatics. The international collector market has also discovered the appeal of high-grade 1998 P Washington quarters, with collectors from Europe, Asia, and other continents recognizing these coins as affordable entry points into the world of valuable American coinage, further increasing demand and driving up prices for the finest available specimens. Registry set collectors, who compete to assemble the highest graded complete sets of Washington quarters, have created intense bidding competition for exceptional 1998P examples, often pushing auction prices far beyond what traditional price guides might suggest, because these competitive collectors understand that a single high-grade key date can make the difference between winning and losing in their pursuit of numismatic excellence. Current market values for 1998 P Washington quarter dollars vary dramatically, based on condition, grade, and specific characteristics. But the potential returns for those lucky enough to discover exceptional specimens are absolutely staggering and could literally change someone's financial situation overnight. Circulated examples of 1998 P quarters in average condition still trade close to face value, typically selling for between $170,000 and $350, depending on the level of wear and any unusual characteristics they might possess. But even these common circulated coins can surprise collectors when they exhibit error characteristics or unusual die varieties that weren't immediately apparent. 1998 P quarters in fine to very fine condition, showing moderate wear but still retaining most major design details, have been selling at auction for anywhere from $300,000 to $650,000, with coins displaying particularly attractive toning or minimal contact marks commanding the higher end of this price range. Extremely fine examples that show only light wear on the highest points of the design have been bringing $500,000 to $950,000 at recent auctions, particularly when they exhibit the full head details and sharp strike quality that's serious collectors demand. The real excitement begins when we examine uncirculated 1998 P Washington quarters in genuine mint state condition, where prices can range from $700 for lower mint state grades up to an incredible $2 million for $100,000 for specimens graded Ms-65 by major grading services. Coins certified as MS-66 have sold for between $1 million to $100,000 and $3,100,000. While the rare MS-67 examples have brought anywhere from $2,800,000 to $4,600 at major coin auctions across the country. The absolute finest known 1998 P Washington quarters graded MS-68 or higher represent the pinnacle of the series and have sold for prices ranging from $4 million to $100,000 to an astounding $7,300,000, with one exceptional specimen reportedly selling privately for over $8,500,000 to a collector who had been searching for such a coin for over 15 years. Era coins and varieties of 1998 P quarters can bring even more spectacular prices, with double die varieties selling for $3,500,000 to $6,800,000, off-center strikes bringing $2,000 to $100, to $4,900,000, and the incredibly rare broad strikes commanding $5,100,000 to $9 million to $100,000 from specialized era coin collectors. One particularly famous 1998p Washington quarter with a dramatic Plankett error sold at auction for an unbelievable $12,400,000, setting a record for the series and demonstrating just how valuable these coins can become when they possess truly unique characteristics that appeal to advanced collectors and investors. For collectors and investors who want to successfully identify and evaluate 1998p Washington quarter dollars, understanding the specific characteristics that separate valuable specimens from common examples is absolutely crucial and could mean the difference between overlooking a fortune and recognizing a life-changing discovery. The first and most important factor to examine is the overall condition and preservation of the coin, starting with the surfaces, which should be completely free of scratches, nicks, contact marks, and any signs of cleaning or artificial toning if you're hoping to find a specimen worth serious money. Look carefully at Washington's face and hair on the obverse, paying particular attention to the area around his eye, cheek, and the curls of his hair, because these high points are the first to show wear and contact marks, and coins with completely unblemished surfaces in these critical areas can be worth exponentially more than examples with even minor imperfections. The word liberty should be sharp and complete, with each letter showing full definition and no signs of weakness or double striking, while the date 1998 should be bold and clear, with no filled digits or weak areas that might indicate die wear or striking problems. On the reverse, examine the eagle's breast, wingtips, and the areas around the arrows and olive branch, because these are the high points that typically show contact marks first, and premium specimens will have completely pristine surfaces in all of these critical areas. The mint mark piece should be clearly visible and properly positioned to the right of the eagle's tail, feathers, and collectors should be aware that the size and positioning of this mint mark can vary slightly between different dies used during production. Check the coin's luster, which should be bright, vibrant, and completely original, displaying what collectors call cartwheel effect when tilted under a light source, because coins with dull, lifeless, or artificial-looking surfaces have likely been cleaned or damaged in ways that significantly reduce their collector value. The reeded edge should be examined for damage, filing, or irregularities that might indicate the coin has been altered or damaged, and counting the 119 reeds can help verify authenticity while providing clues about the coin's overall condition. Color and toning should appear natural and attractive, with many of the most valuable 1998p quarters displaying beautiful rainbow toning that developed naturally over time, while coins with artificial or unattractive coloration should generally be avoided unless they possess other exceptional characteristics. Use proper lighting and magnification when examining potential valuable specimens, because many of the characteristics that determine high values are subtle and can easily be missed without careful inspection. And consider having promising coins authenticated and graded by reputable services like PCGS or NGC if they appear to meet the criteria. For premium specimens not beyond the primary 1998p Washington quarter dollar, collectors and investors should also be aware of several other valuable Washington quarter varieties and dates that have been setting auction records and creating substantial wealth for those fortunate enough to discover them in their collections or through careful searching. The 1998S Washington quarter dollar, minted at the San Francisco facility, represents another extremely valuable opportunity for collectors, with proof versions selling for $450,000 to $1, $200,000 depending on their designation and condition, while business strike examples from San Francisco can bring $380,000 to $890, when found in exceptional preservation. These San Francisco quarters are particularly rare because the facility produced relatively few business strikes that year, focusing primarily on proof coinage for collectors, making any uncirculated business strike specimens incredibly scarce and valuable. The striking quality of 1998's quarters is often superior to their Philadelphia counterparts, due to the San Francisco Mint's focus on quality over quantity, resulting in coins with exceptional detail and eye appeal that collectors find irresistible, and specimens with full head details and pristine surfaces regularly sell for prices that would amaze anyone who thinks of quarters as small change. Rare varieties of 1998's Washington quarters are even more valuable than their Philadelphia cousins, with double die specimens selling for $4,100,000 to $7,800,000, while blanket errors and striking anomalies can bring anywhere from $2,900,000 to $6,400,000 depending on the dramatic nature of the error and the overall eye appeal of the coin. Another incredibly valuable variety that collectors should watch for is the 1999p Connecticut quarter with the reverse die from 1998, creating a fascinating transitional error that is sold for prices ranging from $5,600,000 to $11,200,000 when authenticated and certified by major grading services. This error occurred when dies intended for regular 1998 Washington quarters were mistakenly used with Connecticut state quarter reverses, creating hybrid coins that represent one of the most spectacular minting errors in modern American coinage history. The 1997p Washington quarter dollar, which preceded the 1998 issue by just 1 year, has also proven to be extraordinarily valuable for collectors who can locate exceptional specimens, with uncirculated examples selling for $420, 0 to $1,100,000, and proof versions bringing $380,000 to $950,000 at recent auctions. The 1997p quarters are particularly sought after because they represent the penultimate year of the traditional Washington quarter design, and collectors who are assembling complete date sets of the final years often compete intensely for the finest available examples, driving prices to levels that reflect both their scarcity and their historical significance. Rare varieties of 1997p quarters have brought spectacular prices, including a famous double die specimen that sold for $8,900,000 and an off-center striking error that brought $6,700, 0 from a collector who had been searching for such a coin for over 2 decades. The striking quality of many 1997p quarters is exceptional, with the Philadelphia Mint using updated equipment and quality control procedures that resulted in coins with remarkable detail and preservation, yet the survival rate of mint state specimens remains extremely low due to the immediate release of most coins into general circulation. Collectors examining 1997p quarters should look for the same characteristics that make 1998p examples valuable, including full head details, pristine surfaces, original luster, and attractive natural toning, while being particularly alert for any error characteristics that might indicate a specimen worth millions of dollars rather than thousands. The 1996p Washington quarter dollar represents another tremendous opportunity for collectors and investors, with market values ranging from $350,000 for circulated examples up to $3,400, 0 for the finest uncirculated specimens certified by professional grading services. The 1996 production year is notable for several technical improvements in the minting process that resulted in generally superior striking quality compared to many earlier years. Yet the survival rate of premium specimens remains disappointingly low due to the immediate circulation of most coins. Collectors have discovered that 1996p quarters with full head details and original mint bloom are incredibly scarce, with fewer than 50 examples known to exist in grades of MS67 or higher, making these coins genuine rarities that command prices reflecting their extreme scarcity. The eye appeal of exceptional 1996p quarters is often spectacular, with many specimens displaying beautiful cartwheel luster and attractive natural toning. That developed over the past quarter century, creating coins that are not only rare, but also visually stunning examples of the coiner's art. Rare varieties of 1996 B quarters have also proven to be extremely valuable, with a spectacular broad strike example selling for $7,100. Zero and several double die varieties bringing prices between $3,800,000 and $6,200. Zero from collectors who specialize in Washington quarter errors and varieties. The 1995 P Washington quarter dollar offers another excellent opportunity for collectors seeking valuable coins from the final years of the traditional design, with market prices ranging from $280,000 for average circulated examples to an incredible $2,900. Zero for the finest known mint state specimens. The 1995 production included some experimental striking techniques that resulted in certain coins displaying exceptional detail and eye appeal, particularly in the areas of Washington's hair and the eagle's feathers, making high-grade specimens especially desirable to collectors who appreciate superior artistry and craftsmanship. Professional grading services have certified fewer than 30 examples of 1995 P quarters in grades above MS66, making these coins genuinely rare and explaining why they command such substantial premiums when they appear at auction or in dealer inventories. The collector market for 1995 P quarters has been particularly strong in recent years, with registry set competitors and tight collectors driving demand for the finest available examples, often resulting in bidding wars that push final sale prices far beyond published price guide values. Rare coins and varieties from 1995 have also proven to be extremely valuable, with one famous specimen showing dramatic doubling in the date and motto selling for over $9,300. Zero. To a collector who had been seeking such a coin for his advanced era collection for more than 15 years, looking at the 1994 P Washington quarter dollar, collectors will find another potentially rewarding area of focus, with values ranging from $240,000 for worn specimens to $2,600,000 for coins in the finest mint state preservation. The 1994 production year is remembered by mint employees and numismatic researchers for the implementation of improved quality control measures that were intended to reduce the number of weakly struck and poorly preserved coins released into circulation. Yet despite these efforts, finding 1994 P quarters in true mint state condition remains extraordinarily challenging. The design execution on premium 1994 P quarters is often exceptional, with Washington's portrait showing remarkable depth and character, while the reverse eagle displays intricate feather detail that brings the design to life in a way that lesser specimens simply cannot match. Collectors should pay particular attention to the luster quality on 1994 P quarters, as the finest examples display a vibrant, frosty texture that seems to glow from within, creating an eye appeal that immediately distinguishes premium specimens from more common examples. The market for 199 P quarters has been strengthened by the recognition that these coins represent excellent value compared to some of the more famous key dates in the Washington series, offering collectors the opportunity to acquire genuinely rare coins without paying the extreme premiums associated with the most celebrated issues. The investment potential of high-grade Washington quarters from the late 1990s, particularly the 1998 P examples that have been the focus of our detailed discussion, cannot be overstated, and sophisticated collectors and investors have recognized these coins as representing one of the most undervalued segments of the rare coin market with tremendous potential for future appreciation. The fundamentals supporting long-term value growth for these coins are absolutely solid, including genuine scarcity, growing collector demand, increasing recognition of their historical significance, and the simple fact that no additional examples will ever be produced to increase supply. Unlike many investment vehicles that can be affected by economic conditions, corporate performance, or changing regulations, rare coins like exceptional 1998 P Washington quarters derive their value from characteristics that are permanent and unchanging, making them excellent hedge investments against inflation and economic uncertainty. The collector base for Washington quarters continues to expand both domestically and internationally, with new generations of numismatists discovering the appeal of these beautifully designed coins. The T represents such an important part of American monetary history, ensuring continued demand growth for the finest available specimens. Professional coin grading has brought standardization and liquidity to the rare coin market, making it easier than ever for collectors and investors to buy and sell exceptional Washington quarters with confidence, while online auction platforms have expanded the potential market for these coins far beyond traditional coin show and dealer networks. The track record for appreciation of high-grade Washington quarters has been extremely impressive over the past decades, with many specimens showing annual returns that exceed most traditional investment vehicles, and market analysts expect this trend to continue as more investors recognize the potential of rare coins as alternative investments. The upcoming 100th anniversary of the Washington Quarter Series in 2032 is expected to generate renewed collector interest and media attention that could drive substantial price increases for key dates and high-grade specimens, making current acquisition opportunities particularly attractive for forward-thinking collectors and investors. Storage and preservation of valuable Washington quarters requires careful attention to environmental factors and handling procedures that will maintain the coin's condition and protect its long-term value, because even minor damage or deterioration can dramatically reduce a specimen's worth and eliminate years or decades of potential appreciation. The most important factor in long-term preservation is controlling the storage environment, maintaining stable temperature and humidity levels that prevent the corrosive effects of moisture and temperature fluctuations that can cause toning, spotting, or surface deterioration over time. Professional quality coin holders, such as those manufactured by companies like Airtight or Lighthouse, provide excellent protection against environmental damage while allowing easy viewing and handling of valuable specimens, and these holders should be stored in a cool, dry location away from direct sunlight and sources of heat or humidity. Avoid touching the surfaces of valuable coins with bare fingers, as skin oils and acids can cause permanent damage and spotting that will significantly reduce collector appeal and market value. Instead, using cotton gloves or holding coins by their edges when examination or movement is necessary. Never attempt to clean valuable Washington quarters using commercial coin cleaning products, polishing cloths, or abrasive materials, as any cleaning will destroy the coin's original surfaces and render even rare specimens essentially worthless to serious collectors. And remember that natural toning and patina are often considered desirable characteristics that add to rather than detract from a coin's value. Professional grading and encapsulation by services like PCGS or NGC provides the ultimate protection for exceptional specimens, creating a permanently sealed environment that prevents damage while providing third-party authentication and grading that enhances liquidity and market acceptance. Insurance coverage should be considered for valuable coin collections, with specialized policies available through companies that understand the unique characteristics and valuation methods used for rare coins, ensuring that owners are protected against loss, theft, or damage that could eliminate their investment. Documentation and record keeping are essential for valuable coin collections, including purchase receipts, grading certificates, insurance appraisals, and photographic records that establish ownership and condition for insurance and resale purposes. To authentication and grading recommendations for Washington quarters become absolutely critical when dealing with potentially valuable specimens. because the difference between authentic high-grade coins and cleverly altered or counterfeit examples can represent hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars in value. Professional grading services like PCGS and NGC employ teams of expert numismatists who use advanced equipment and decades of experience to authenticate coins and assign accurate grades based on standardized criteria that are accepted throughout the collector market, providing buyers and sellers with confidence in their transactions. The cost of professional grading, typically ranging from $30 to $300 depending on the service level and declared value, represents an incredibly small investment when compared to the potential value of exceptional Washington quarters, and the third-party certification provided by these services often increases a coin's marketability and final sale price by substantial amounts. Collectors should be particularly cautious when evaluating raw or uncertified Washington quarters that are claimed to be in exceptional condition, as determining accurate grades requires extensive experience and training that most collectors lack, and the financial consequences of making grading errors can be substantial when dealing with coins worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Understanding the grading standards used by professional services is essential for collectors who want to make informed decisions about potential acquisitions, with factors like surface preservation, strike quality, luster, eye appeal, and the presence or absence of contact marks all playing crucial roles in determining final grades and market values. The population reports published by major grading services provide invaluable information about the rarity and relative scarcity of specific dates and grades, allowing collectors to understand how many examples of particular coins have been certified, and helping to explain why certain specimens command such substantial premiums in the marketplace. Resubmission services offered by grading companies allow collectors to seek grade reviews for coins they believe may have been undergraded, potentially resulting in higher grades and significantly increased values. Though collectors should understand that grades can also be lowered during the review process if the original grade was too generous. The remarkable story of Washington quarters that could make collectors rich extends far beyond just the 1998 P. Examples we've focused on today, encompassing a wide range of dates, mint marks, and varieties that represent genuine opportunities for financial success in the exciting world of coin collecting and investment. From the early years of the series in the 1930s and 1940s, when silver content and lower mintages created natural scarcity, to the modern issues of the 1990s that have surprised collectors with their rarity and high grades, Washington quarters offers something for every level of collector and investor interest. The key to success in collecting these remarkable coins lies in education, patience, and the willingness to carefully examine hundreds or even thousands of common examples to find the exceptional specimens that have the potential to change someone's financial future forever. Advanced collectors understand that the thrill of the hunt is just as important as the potential financial rewards, with each new discovery representing a piece of American history that has survived decades or even generations to find its way into appreciative hands. The community of Washington quarter collectors includes some of the most knowledgeable and passionate numismatists in the hobby, always willing to share information and expertise that helps newer collectors avoid costly mistakes while learning to identify the characteristics that separate valuable coins from common examples. Regional coin shows, online forums, auction previews, and dealer relationships all provide opportunities to learn more about Washington quarters, while potentially discovering valuable examples that others have overlooked, making active participation in the numismatic community an essential element of successful collecting in this exciting area. The 1998 P Washington quarter dollar represents an incredible opportunity for collectors and investors who understand its potential value and know what characteristics to look for when searching for exceptional specimens that could be worth hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars. from its historical significance as one of the final examples of the traditional design, to its genuine scarcity in high grades, and its growing recognition among serious collectors worldwide. This remarkable coin embodies everything that makes coin collecting both financially rewarding and intellectually satisfying. Whether you're just beginning your journey into the world of valuable Washington quarters, or you're an experienced collector seeking to add premium specimens to your holdings, remember that knowledge, patience, and careful examination are your most valuable tools in the quest to discover coins that could literally change your financial future. Check your pocket change, search through old collections, and never stop learning about these fascinating pieces of American monetary history. Because somewhere out there, exceptional 1998p Washington quarters are waiting to be discovered by collectors who know their true worth and potential value.